31. I've never had a boyfriend. In fact, never really dated. So I'm changing that. I've enlisted mentors, aka my best friends, to teach me about all the ways of modern dating, which includes the dreaded apps. Also, as everyone wants to meet someone in real life, how to meet people in real life, as well as how to spot fuckboys in the wild, sexy pics, and everything in between. So, past 3 episodes, we've talked about meeting people in real life, where we have realized that I cannot catch the vibe of a situation. And I also learned not to, use physical violence or threat of physical violence to try and get a man's attention. We also went over the apps, where I got very, very different viewpoints on the apps from my male friends versus my female friends. So still working on updating my app. But today, we're going to talk about first dates. I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but when Tula and Tori were on, they challenged me to go on a first date by the time we went to a Dodger game. Or else I was going to have to buy them drinks, and everything at Dodger Stadium is very expensive. So it really forced me to go on a first date. So check that off, success. I did go on a first date, but I'm still terrified of first dates, and I will explain why. But first, I will introduce our lovely guests today. As per usual, I forgot to introduce myself and say the name of this podcast before introducing my guests. So just for clarity, I'm Sid West, and this is Flirt Fail. We have Bree, and then we have a new face, Audryn.
Hello.
So Bree, one of my best friends, we've traveled the world together. She has seen me in all different dating situations. And then Audryn is my male expert. Whenever I need help on what to send, whenever I need help on, I have no idea what I'm doing, she is my wing woman, and she is the best. So we met Audryn because
it's my sister-in-law.
Yeah, sister-in-law. Bree's brother is one of my best friends, too. They had the craziest origin story I've ever heard. They met on Tumblr.
I also got on Tumblr, so
okay,
this relationship.
She wants to take credit for the relationship, but okay. That's fine. But yeah, when her brother first told me that he was dating some girl from Tumblr, I thought for sure it was a scam of some sort of situation. She was going to murder us all. And then I met her, and now she's one of my best friends as well. So, shout out to Tumblr for that. So now I guess I kind of already killed the suspense on the relationship status, but what is your relationship status?
I married the Tumblr man.
That could be his nickname, the Tumblr man.
Oh, I love that. I will just call him my husband, the Tumblr man.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
That's great.
Okay, are you traditionally in the past, fall fast or burns, like a slow burn in a relationship?
I fall manically, chaotically, insanely fast, but only if it's someone that I'm into. Like, if I'm just dating casually, I might not, but if it's the one, I am insane.
She moved to California for someone.
That's true. She moved from Minnesota to California. Moved in with 3 of our guy friends into a place that we called the Shack.
I made it work.
Yeah, you did. You're a champion. I would have been hell to the no. Mm-hmm. Okay, my next question is, what is your biggest ick?
Aside from male incompetence, my other biggest ick, because since I'm bisexual, I feel like it has to be a universal ick. I really hate lateness and inexcusable lateness. I can give you 15, 20 minutes, but past that, I'm what the fuck are you doing?
And did you see Brie look at me as you said that? Because I'm notoriously late. I've been better these past 2 times. So, okay, and then our last question. Is there a rom-com that you can remember growing up that made you delulu about what love should look like? Or
I would say Beauty and the Beast. And I thought that it was totally appropriate for a man to steal you away if he was absolutely in love with you and give you a library and a giant mansion. And I thought that was fine. He didn't even have to be a man.
He could be a beast.
He could be a beast.
Stockholm syndrome.
As long as he's a sexy beast with a house.
Going into the topic of today, first dates. It could be any date, I guess. Your worst date story where you were just
this was 10 years ago, but I wasn't even heavy making out with this guy. And
I wasn't even heavy making.
To preface, we weren't even heavily making out. We were just lightly pecking.
We were lightly pecking. I was probably 18, and he just in his pants.
Oh my god.
Where do you go?
That's happened to me.
You jizzed in your pants?
No, but he was like,
You just-
he was like 16 and he jizzed in his pants.
Yeah. I think he was like older than me too.
How did, like, what? I don't even know how you.
He
Bounce
said
back.
sorry, and then I said I had to go. Well, I have like
He's
what am I
probably
supposed?
in therapy because of you now. He probably can't ever come again.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Like,
He has to learn some restraint.
right?
Yeah, so I have a couple bad dates. To start with, the most memorably bad one. We sit down, and obviously the waiter gives us menus. I take a look at the menu, and he takes it out of my hand. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So he proceeds to say, "You don't need to look at that. I'll take care of it." And I was like, "But you don't even know what I want." And he's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll order for you." So I sat there like, okay. And then he decided to order all of my food, to order all of my drinks. And since I couldn't drink yet, it was like water, lemonade, and milk. Milk.
He did
Disrespectful.
not order you milk.
Whole
Yeah.
milk, not bad.
I don't think he specified. But yeah, so I had milk with my dinner, with a man. And
And why do you have so many liquids?
way too many goddamn liquids.
And while he's drinking booze.
Yeah, obviously. So he orders me a steak and a side salad. And so it gets placed in front of me, and I grab my fork and knife, and he said, "You don't need to do that." And I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." He cuts my fucking food.
So you wanted a child to go to dinner with?
Yeah.
With milk, eating milk with a steak.
I was getting groomed.
Wait, did he order with the kids menu or was this like an adult steak?
No, it was an
Did he
adult.
order?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't give you crayons.
I'm surprised it didn't come. Yeah, so he cut the steak, and I sat there just glaring at him because I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I'm like 2 seconds from walking away. And it got to the point of him not putting the fork down and trying to put the food in my mouth.
Did he pretend to do like airplane noises?
He didn't airplane it, but he was like, "You're gonna love this."
Because he would have been like, open up. And like, I think, okay, like I'm listening to this and I think like, I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, I would have like been like, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. But I just know I've been in like situations like that and you're just so shocked that it's like words just don't, because you're like, this can't possibly be happening. Like this can't be real. So
that was my worst first date at 19 with a man. And my worst first date at 19 with a woman.
Oh.
It's a little
we're in
different.
both perspectives. Okay, let's hear it.
She took me to the bar that she worked at, and we like got some drinks, and eventually went to her place. Got to the point of like making out.
Yeah.
We were making
You
out in her
weren't aggressively
bed.
pecking or whatever the hell
Heavy
she said.
heavy petting.
It was heavy. It was
I
definitely
don't like
heavy.
that terminology at all. That is like so uncomfy.
Would
Anyway.
you rather prefer like groping?
No, making out is sufficient.
Groping?
Well, like,
Groping is too far. Her whatever was weird.
Heavy petting.
Making out is just
That's
the,
like
but there's like kissing, and then there's like
you're
like
using your
making
hands,
out, and then there's like
your hands go
feeling them
around
up while you're kissing,
Yeah.
and
I
you're
guess I
like,
just assumed that's like with making out, like you're using hands or whatever. Okay, anyway, so you guys were making out.
yes. She's at the point where she's on top of me kissing me, and a man walks in her room.
Oh,
And I like freeze up underneath her, and I was like literally inside of her mouth, and I'm like, "Who is this?" And she was like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck," like just whispering, right? And so I'm like, oh my god, is this bitch a liar? Like, does she have a boyfriend? And so like she rolls off me, and she was like, "Hey," like kind of doing the whole like awkward scratching her head thing, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she had a boyfriend all along, and she was lying to me. She decided that she wanted to try and date girls because she was bisexual.
How did you like get out of that
Crazy.
situation? Was he like, get the fuck out of here?
No, he didn't ask me to leave, but I like excused myself. I was like, "Hey guys, so I think there's something you need to talk about." I like got my things in her room, and I'm like, "Good luck, bye."
literally just gave me like deja vu because that has happened to me.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
suck.
but it's like it's been like 10 plus years too. But like I think it was like first or second date with this guy, and we were watching. He like ordered Chinese in, and we were watching what's that one show with like the dragons
dude.
and
I don't think
what
Game of Thrones.
We were watching Game of
I know
Thrones,
you don't
and
know Game of Thrones. Are you?
I've never watched it, and that was like he was just like, oh, like I've never watched it. Let's watch it together. So I was watching with him, and some
show you casually watch with someone. Like, that's crazy.
It isn't a casual show.
Like, you need to know what's going on. There's a lot of characters, but regardless.
Okay, well, that was like his shtick to get me to come up or whatever, you know?
Put on the Red Wedding.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
show you just jump into and pick up. Like,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at like a studio in like downtown, and some girl walked in. She started screaming, and I was just like, and she was just like yelling at him, like, "How could you?" Blah blah blah. And I literally slid my way out of there, and I was just like, "Peace."
I just saw something that was like, you need to stop asking people if they're single. The real question is, you ask, is there anyone out there that believes they are dating you?
Oh my god, we were in Lisbon, and that guy was just like, he's like, "Oh, I have a girlfriend." I'm like, "What do you mean you have a girlfriend?" And we were like hanging out all night, and it was like 4 a.m. And I'm like, "What do you mean you have a girlfriend?" Well, I don't really have a girlfriend, but I have someone at home that I really, really care about. I'm like,
Then why are you here?
Okay, but let's
I'm like, then why have you been flirting with me all night?
Okay, it's like,
Why are you on a date?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even, I mean, we didn't meet on
no, we
Flirt
just,
Fail.
I
It was that one?
I
Yeah, no.
randomly was just like, hey, we're going with you. That guy, yeah.
Yeah.
We ended up being his friends. They were all great. It was very fun.
No, they're fun, yeah.
Literally, let's talk again so the first episode, Brie was like, yeah, you remember when I was at that bar in downtown? Like, I just went up to the bar and guys just were like, can I get you a drink? And I was like, I was at the same bar with you, also alone down the bar. Did not occur to me. This is another situation where Brie was living one life and I was living another, right? We're with this group of guys. She's over here. This guy's like, I just really am into you, but I have a girlfriend. What am I getting from his two friends? They're telling me I am a special human. Or no, they said you're a very special individual and you should be studied. That's what they told me.
Specimen. She's a specimen to be studied.
And they meant it in a really nice way because I had so much energy.
Yeah.
It's so late at night. And I'm going to... Don't give that look. Let me just take it in a positive way. Let me take it in a positive way. And I was like, they were like, it's a compliment. And I was like, it doesn't really sound like one, but I'm gonna give you guys the benefit of the doubt because of the whole like English as a second language.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is why Brie and I, we had like side-by-side cameras of our night, even though we're always together and we separate a bit. The different views you would get of what's happening. I will get back to the reason I feel like I am so single. I mean, I guess not the one reason. There's a lot of reasons, I'm sure. But my first date ever was in... Okay, my first date ever was in, like, official date was in college. He asked me, like, what I wanted to go eat and do. And this was in Alabama, so I was like, and obviously being from California, I was like, anything but Mexican food and sushi. Where does he take me? A sushi restaurant, y'all. While we're at the sushi restaurant, he is on his phone and keeps like texting, right? So I'm like kind of getting annoyed. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to be on my phone. Like, and this was like move-in weekend because we worked like the 2 weeks before at the apartment complex. He's like, sorry, my family's all here helping me move into my new apartment. They keep asking me to send a picture of you. His family. His parents and sister. They really want to see what you look like. And I'm like...
So that's who he claims he was texting under the table?
He wasn't under the table, Audrey. It was very out
It
on
was
the
like
table.
on top of that's different. That's even worse.
From there, we went to a movie after, which now I'm like anti-date, dinner and movie. No, it's way too long of a date. We had to stop by his apartment where his family was. And I'm just in the car waiting, right? He takes forever. And I'm like, do I just tuck and roll out of this car at this point? Like, I want to get the hell out of here. He comes back like, my man was high as hell. And I'm like...
With his parents?
Did he just like a hot box? Like, 'cause I'm in his car and I'm like, what the you know? And he's like, sorry, hey, yeah, I had to try and convince him not to come out here and meet you. I just felt so uncomfortable because it was like my first date ever. I didn't really know how to like be like, hey, actually, I want to end this. So we go to see Straight Outta Compton, which is a long ass movie, you guys.
Oh my
it's
God.
long. And the whole time in the theater, he's like, picture I'm sitting this side. He's like this. He's like trying to make out with me and stuff in the movie. I had back problems after from trying to lean away from him. And I kept telling him, like, no, I really like movies. Like, I don't want to make out. Like, what are we, 16? Like, we can make out anywhere if you really want. Like, why are we paying all this money? See a movie. That movie lasted forever. I'm sure it was a good movie, but I was so mortified. After this horrible date, right, he's driving down. He takes the longest way back to my house. He is going at one point 5 miles an hour. People are honking and going around him.
What?
He
He wanted to protect you.
He wanted to extend the date longer, right?
Just schedule another one.
That's right. I mean, it was never gonna happen, but
Yeah.
we get into like in front of my sorority house, right? And he's like, "This was really fun," and I'm thinking to myself, like, "There's no way you thought this went well, right? Like, there's no freaking way." And I'm just like, "Yeah." I like go to hug him, and he's like, it was like that, right across like the center console thing, and he's like, "No kiss." Really? And I was like,
no hug.
and I didn't know what to say, but I was like, I don't want to lead him on anymore. Like, this was awful, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I literally was just like, and I had no experience. So I was like, I don't kiss on the first date.
That's valid.
And he was like, not even for me, please, please. And he started like begging for a kiss. And I was like, if you have to beg, it's not no, right? Like, and yeah, it was horrible. And every time I saw him out at the bar after, I would like run away.
And what was your next date after that?
I don't want to talk about it, Brie.
That's what this podcast is about.
Just kidding. So my next, like, I guess there was a date in law school. I kind of forgot about it, but we just went to like Sonic. It's not that memorable in my head, but
Like the
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
yeah, it was just like I was so distracted in law school, right? And then from that year to now, because like I said before, Tula and Tori challenged
it's been
me.
a while.
So I did go on a date.
Yeah.
And it went really well. But then he messaged me and was saying he needs to work on personal stuff. So I maybe didn't go as well. We were there for a long minute. Okay, so I guess
I need to like sync up a little body cam on you or something.
Oh my god, like a spike.
Yeah, or I just need to be like in the
missing
background,
reality where it's,
like
in the
Yes.
in your
Just
bra.
Like, just mic'd up so we can leave
I
it.
honestly think that'd be so funny. But now that I'm on, the apps, I'm messaging people and I want to start going on dates. It's just like it's hard to figure out. Like, should I be asking? Should they ask? How long? And who? Like, do you guys ask people to go on dates? Do you wait for them to say yes? Like, how do you know the timing of it all? I guess just elaborate.
You kind of get the feel of like how the conversation's going. But also, I don't like speaking a lot before a first date.
Yeah.
Because then you get like this like you kind of have like this idea of a person before you go into that first date.
Yeah.
If you're like speaking to them a lot, and it usually doesn't match up to what you like
Envision.
envision. So I feel like it's good to just like don't waste your time to get into a first date like immediately.
Okay.
And then like don't speak as much between the dates. Try to make it like within that week. And
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Soon. So that like they're not losing interest in between the time and you're not having to like carry a conversation between when you set up the date and like when the date actually occurs. But
Yeah.
like enough to like
because you don't know this person. Like
Yeah.
that first date should be like getting to know this person. It shouldn't be like over text. You
Okay,
know?
but so you're saying soon. You're saying, after some, I don't want to text a lot.
Well, after you set up that first date.
Well, what's like the time frame of that? Like, what do you mean by soon?
I would say like say you match on like a Monday, Tuesday, you gotta meet
That
Thursday,
weekend,
Friday,
yeah.
Saturday.
Really? Like, that week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1000%. Yeah. Because then you're
Unless
just wasting your
They're out
time.
of town, then you can give them one more week and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that week.
Because
Yeah. Because
Within 7 days.
especially on a dating app, because like they're obviously getting other messages, you're getting other messages, so like you have to like still fill that spot.
So you're willing to be the person that's like, hey, let's go out.
Yeah.
What day are you free?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not
Because,
waiting
like,
for a man.
you
or
have
a
to
woman.
think of like what's the worst thing that could happen is they say no. Like
Yeah.
boo-hoo,
Yeah.
next.
True.
Like whatever.
And then you plan another date.
and
with
you
someone
don't even
else.
know them, so fuck it. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I guess with that, like, apps, it's like the masses. I know you're matching with like a smaller select few, but how do you know, okay, this is someone, yeah, we matched and their profile looked cool, but this is someone I actually want to meet?
You don't know though.
Yeah.
That's why you go on that first date, and then you're like,
Yeah.
because when you do speak so much like before that first date, you have that idea of a person, and it doesn't ever match up.
It's
Like
hard to live up to, too.
It's hard to live up to
Yeah.
because you're like, man, we have like really good conversations, like texting, and then
Yeah.
you like get to that first thing, you're like, okay, we've already talked about that. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think especially it can go like two ways. You can either like have this amazing like fun conversation where you're texting each other nonstop and it feels like crack, and you text each other literally up until the date, or it's the reverse, like what we've just been talking about, where like you have like a small interaction, it's flirty, you get a good enough vibe from him where you're like, okay, like I would want to see this person.
like good
in
banter. I
Yeah.
think good banter is like
Yeah. Like it doesn't have to be like tell me your life story, but it has to be enough to be like, yeah, okay, like, are you free? Are you free on Friday? Are you free on Saturday? I see that you like to do this. Like, I like to do that too. Let's go.
Mhm.
So I guess, yeah, I kind of took the, like, with the date I went on, I took the Brie approach where, because, like, I'm awful with my phone. Like, I can be either dead on it where I'm texting away with my friends. But when it comes to someone I don't really know, it's like, I'll get to that when I get to it. So I just was like, I'm not really texting him every day. He wants to talk all the time, but I'm like, I don't have time for that right now. And Bree's like, that's okay. Like, just talk to him at the date. And he even said, he was like, I was like 50-50 on if you'd actually like show up because you weren't texting. And I was like, yeah, but like, is that expected? Because we'd already planned the date. Like,
I think with that in mind, you might have been texting him just too little.
She was. Because it would be like a day and a half later, and I'd be like, hey, did you text me back? Oh, I've been so hungover. I'm like, okay, but you're texting me right now, so you can text him back.
Yeah.
So there's like an even medium, but it's not even a priority because it takes 10 seconds to send a text. You know,
Literally, if you were to be like, okay,
you have to show a little bit of interest.
Hey, like, how was your day? Like, was it good? What did you do? Like, anything fun happen? Like,
she was like. Before the date, she was like, I don't even know if I'm into this guy, blah, 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 blah.
That's the whole thing.
And
You're
then,
not gonna know.
Exactly. And then when she went on a date, she was like, oh my God, he was actually really cool. Like, we had a really good date. I'm like, duh, that's the whole point of dating.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to say that we went to this dive bar, right? We're outside. There's a freaking massage place next to it. It's like 10 p.m., right? Maybe later. Some guy comes out of this dark ass massage place, all hot and bothered. He's like, and we're like saying goodbye, and I'm like, what? He goes to his car, grabs like a wad of cash, goes back into this massage place, and I'm like, okay, so this place is
so you're just gonna have the massage place shut down after this.
I'm like,
did you ask him if he's ever been?
Well, I just said I think that guy's going back for seconds, and he was like, yep.
It's the Culver City red light district.
For real, it was so awkward at the end of the day because we both were like, yeah, okay, let's.
That would have been a good segue if he was just like, looks like he's going back for seconds, and you're like, yeah, would you like a second date?
See, she's not witty like that.
Line it up.
I'm witty like that.
Not when it comes to dating though.
You're rude.
You're witty with your friends, not with your dates.
Not with the dates.
I think I just have so much anxiety about still wanting to be wanted.
Well, yeah, that's what every girl wants.
Yeah.
I guess, but that's what I get the pressure of, like, I don't want to be, when guys are like, oh, that's not their sense of humor, and they, like, reject me. I still want to be that.
Okay, but you know why? It's because you don't have any dating experience.
Yeah.
Well,
once
I'm trying to, like,
exactly. Once you go on dates, you'd be like, okay, that's another one, whatever.
Check it off.
Literally,
yeah, like another one bites the dust, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
And I think it gets easier.
It gets in your head.
The more you do it,
exactly.
Like because it's not even rejection. It's just knowing that person's not for you. It's
Exactly.
not a rejection. It's
Exactly.
literally just like process of elimination.
Yeah.
Of, this man doesn't fit you, or he doesn't find your humor right, or like he will want you organically.
Mm-hmm.
You can't force him to want you.
And then you have to realize every situation that happens to you, we've all been through it 25,000 times dating.
I mean, even earlier talking about you both have the same dates.
Exactly,
I think that is, I think as confident as I am myself, which obviously has taken some work to get there, where now rejection doesn't like just completely destroy me, I still haven't built up the like, okay, whatever, there's more fish in the sea. It's still like, ooh, because it's not like I have a ton of options. So it's like I'm still seeing it as like, that was my one opportunity.
I think the thing is you do have options.
I feel like you don't put the effort. You put a lot of effort. You put a lot of effort into your friends. Not
if
you don't put
in as much effort as you did into your friends,
as you did dating,
your work, your hobbies, or football. You would have like 30 dates lined up a week.
Yeah,
it's the fact that you don't. In the nicest way possible, it's not a high priority for you, even though it's something you direly want. Avoiding it because it's hard, whereas other things are easy and satisfying. Right
and then
away.
you keep like having these excuses, just like, oh, like
it's been very hard to make this like a priority. Like the podcast, I feel like I've made a priority, right? But like the actual dating that needs to be involved in the podcast, I have
exactly.
Not. But and I realize
you need to put the research in for your podcast.
I feel like with dating, this sounds so bad, but it's like, you know, you go to like where people always like love, like they're always like, oh, I found this at Marshall's, or I found this at Home Goods, or whatever. Or not Home Goods as much, but like Marshalls, or what's the other ones?
TJ Maxx.
Ross, TJ Maxx. I have never ever liked those places because it involves having to like sort through things.
Yeah.
I am very much, my mom is the same. We're like, we walk into a store, it's a very much a scan. We don't see anything, it's over. So that fact, and I honestly think that's like a direct metaphor or, you know, for how I feel about dating. Whereas I have to sort through all this stuff to find the one
And it's
thing
not
I
as
want.
easy as it like
And it
as it used
sucks.
to be.
And it's not easy. And I think that's where I like lag.
And a big thing too is that men have so many options. Men have there's hundreds of girls that they're just multiple swiping on constantly.
Yeah.
Like even if that's not their thing, to just like.
But that can be you as well.
Yeah, if you're not the first one replying, some other girl is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to be about it if that's really what you
And
want.
that's why we say
Act
like plan
fast.
that date. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess though, so when you're planning a date, where are the best places to go? And
Wow.
when? And when? Because I've always heard the saying, don't waste a Friday, you know, on a first date.
I do like Thursday dates.
Okay, so
That way, if it's a
Thursdays.
good Thursday date, then you can plan like a Saturday or Sunday
Ooh, a
date.
follow-up.
You know?
A follow-up.
A follow-up
You're
date.
gonna
Yeah.
Follow up?
If it's a good date.
You should
you know?
plan to follow up immediately if it's a good date.
Really?
Yeah, if it's a good
Okay.
date. Yeah.
But okay, so where? Where are the first dates?
Definitely not dinner for the first date. I'm a big no dinner for the first date. Just because
So dinner and movie was like the worst. Yeah.
no,
agree.
I always drinks because like then it's like a marathon date. I do like marathon dates. I've been going.
I was gonna say you've been going on this a lot recently.
I do like marathon dates, but sometimes it can be a little too much if you don't like that person. You know, I think
Yeah.
like drinks before anything. That way you can like cut it off. If you don't like that person. You know.
Okay, my
Okay.
thing would be finding a restaurant that you really want to go to with a bar within walking distance. So you meet up at the bar for drinks,
Oh.
and then if the vibe is cool, you go to dinner. You say
Girl,
like, "Oh,
that's
there's
a-
this place right over here."
Well,
let's
that's
go."
what I'm saying. Like drinks before, and if you
I
want to go to
love
dinner
that.
after, then you see if
That's
you like
rare
actually.
in LA. Restaurant and bar.
It's
within-
not rare.
Is it not?
There's, for example, Bar Floras and Donna's.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Donna's
yeah,
is
yeah.
fire.
But,
But like Donna's, you need an appointment.
Yeah,
I mean
not
appointment.
Donna's level.
A reservation 3 weeks out.
Yeah, but you get what I mean.
and I'm sorry,
Okay.
if I'm wolfing down pasta like that is not attractive.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
you also need to think of like what's gonna be on the menu. Like,
Okay, so that's
if
what
you
I'm
wouldn't
saying.
hit up a first date
That-
at Chipotle where you're just doing like
That's-
burrito
that's-
dummy.
That hand motion was unnecessary.
Okay, but that's why I say dinner is just like it can be a little too much for a first date for me.
I just feel
but
awkward,
also like a
eating in front
movie.
of people.
Yeah,
And the movie, to me, like I love movies. Like I'm not trying to.
a movie for a first date is a little too much because then you're just sitting there for 2 hours right next to each other and like you're not really getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying dinner plus a bar close by.
I think just
saying-
drinks. I'm slowly
You're saying
drinks.
just drinks. You're saying dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to I guess like topics on the date, but how to wrap up a date and who pays and how to say goodbye, all of that.
The
And I know
guy
that's a lot in
always pays
one-
for date.
That was not really a question. It was just like a blob of words. So, you know, Audrin, you're saying make him pay. Go.
Okay, so it's 10 p.m. now. You've had some drinks. The drinks are dying down. The night's dying down. And you've had a good time, but like it's ready to go. So you can be like, hey, this was really fun. Like, I love getting to know you. I think you were really interesting and I'd love to know more. Like, can we set up another date for this weekend, for next week? What's your availability?
Okay.
And then
How long is too long though, where it's like you're like finishing your drink and you're like,
there should be none of that.
okay. The minute you're kind of like, you should be like, wrap it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because if there's like too many like weird lull pauses, then
It's time to go.
you're overdue with leaving.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would also say like after you said your like setups or like you had a good date, he, you know, whatever, you can go for the whole like, do you want to split? Would you like to pick up the bill? You can like
You would say,
Offer.
would you like to pick up the bill?
Oh, I
to
don't-
him?
No, no.
You can offer.
Okay, wait.
Oh my God, Audrey, I would never say those words.
But I say both genders, and so like that is something that you have to say. You can't assume that a girl is gonna pay for it. You like, and with a guy, like usually they'll usually, I'm gonna
They'll-
say usually they'll like bring out their wallet.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, I heard
But let's
this-
say they're not doing it.
I feel like there's okay, yeah. If there's like hesitation from him, then I'm definitely not seeing him again. I'm sorry.
No way, really?
1000% on the first date. Like you should not be taking a girl out on a date if you can't pay for the date.
I think
Like,
like it's
it's-
too stingy.
Like second date or third date, I will for sure be like, hey, I'll pick up these drinks.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
okay, like I've had a date where we went to like one place, he paid. He went to another place, we paid, and then I'm like, wait, I'll get these drinks at another place, you know?
Do you think it's like an ick for a guy if I'm like, no, I like kind of like, because I feel so uncomfy when some guy's like, no, I got it, and I'm like,
oh, don't. No.
Like, don't push it?
No.
No.
I want you to know, like, without any hesitation, that, like, it's not icky.
so is it like the like, oh, okay, thank you. You just like one and
Literally, while
Pull
he's
back?
putting it down, be like, thanks so much.
oh, you don't even offer.
No.
If he's putting it down, don't even
If he's
fucking
putting
offer.
down
Oh my god, okay.
1000%. No. Like, don't suggest a place if you can't afford the place.
So I know of, I forget who it was. One of my friends said she went on a date, right? He paid. Didn't want a second date. He somehow found
Venmo'd
her
her?
on Venmo and requested her for half of the date. And then texted her and was like, hey, since there won't be a second date, I don't feel comfortable paying for the whole thing. So if you could just, Venmo me.
Yeah, that guy's a douche.
I could never. Even I could never have the audacity. Even if I felt that way, I could and then
Right.
find her on Venmo.
The
is
only time I could
outrageous.
even consider that being okay is like if the bill was like $400.
But
You know
why
what I
are
mean?
you
Yeah, yeah.
going to a place
And-
like that if you like?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
going there on a first date? Why? Are you going to a
Or if
$400
she
date?
like absolutely did something that was like she was like texting another guy on that date or something
Yeah,
like
But
something
you shouldn't even
something
offer to
that
pay
she did.
right then and there.
Yeah.
Like that's
And if
crazy.
he expects like his presence with another girl to lead to another date and like that money exchange is like equal to dates, then like that's not a guy that you should be dating anyways.
what if they're like, oh, we should go to Ruth Chris, and you're like,
If it's in his budget.
but like, so you're expecting him to pay, but what if he doesn't pay and you're
So,
kind of
like,
stuck with the
Let's
bill?
say a man
I'd embarrass
suggests a
him.
really nice place
Ah!
and you haven't even gone there, like you're still talking about this nice place. Like you could be like, oh, you got it like that? That's so fun. Can't wait.
Oh, so you're immediately already setting the expectation, like you're gonna pay.
Right, because I'm not gonna front like a $300 bill.
No, hell no.
No, yeah.
But it's like a flirty way to be like, oh, cool, like you're
Yeah.
picking this place, like you mean business, like you
Alright.
know nice places to go, and you got it like that.
What picture my bad situation?
Mm.
He said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Anything but these two options." He picks one of those options. Like, how should I have responded?
So did he tell you that you were going there before you got there, or you guys just showed up and it was sushi?
No, he told me before, and I was literally like, "What the?"
Oh, you
fuck?
should have said like,
Oh, I
didn't
was
I
gonna say,
say
like,
like?
But I was so shocked. I was just
Right,
like,
right,
I was
right.
so I wasn't confident like I would be
Right.
now. Where I'm like,
Mhm.
wait, no, I literally said no sushi. Like,
like when a guy like plans like, oh, let's go here, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
It is nice when he
Yeah.
plans and he's like, hey, like,
But it's
I want
also-
to plan the date. Like, what are you in the mood for? You can say like a cuisine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'd be like I like when they're like, okay, it's like, what are you in the mood for? I'm like, okay, Italian, and they're like,
Mhm.
okay, cool, I know a good Italian place like
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
which is like,
what if you're like, hey, Italian, and they're like, so I booked this sushi.
then they'll
bar.
change it.
What would you say if you're like, hey, sorry, I thought? Would you be like, hey, sorry, I thought we agreed on Italian?
Yeah,
I'd
you have
be
to be
like-
like straight up, or
You
else
do,
like,
because you don't
Yeah.
also want a man to think like his
They
first
can-
interpretation is like, I can walk all over this bitch.
yeah.
And I guess it is practice, right?
Yeah.
Building that
It is
confidence.
practice.
It's like I don't have.
And also, it's like, don't care about somebody you've never met interpretation of you.
And I
Yeah.
do.
Like
and I'm
caring about
ugh.
people's perceptions of you is so exhausting and unnecessary because you don't know them, and unless it's somebody's going to be in like your life for the rest of your life, like why give?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm still kind of learning that because Bree's always like, don't have any expectations when you go like into a date or like you're meeting someone, but I still do, and it's like I'm still learning. I guess it is practice. It's a whole practice thing.
practice.
It is
Yeah.
practice. Like I literally don't get nervous for first dates, like ever. It's like
Okay.
they have no expectation of me, I have no expectation of them.
I'm a
like,
nervous Nelly.
I was
Really?
gonna say, I feel like we have like I know you mean you.
I go into like cool, calm, collected confidence, but I still feel like a nervous Nelly because I'm an introvert.
so am
Yeah.
I. Maybe I'm just
Because
like,
I think of
serially-
like what they would want to talk about or like
Mhm.
where the conversation could go and like if I'm not prepared for things and like that's what makes me nervous.
Mhm.
But also
just going off of this, like, what are some topics where you're nervous for them to bring up, or like, are there, like you said, you were nervous to bring up? Are there certain topics you should just steer clear of on a date?
steer clear of. like on a first date
I
or
don't
just
think
like
you
in
should
dates in
talk
general?
about like anything too sexual on a first date.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's a good one.
Like
Okay.
if things can organically lead there, that's cool. But you shouldn't be talking about like what's your favorite position? Like how many people you slept with? Like oh what like do you like hook up with
Yeah.
dudes like from Hinge a lot? Like no, cut the cameras.
Or okay, I think that's a topic too. Like, how many Hinge dates have you been on? You know, I
Okay.
hate when guys ask me that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does it matter to you? Like,
Yeah.
or like how many?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I hate that. Just like, can we just focus on our date instead of
Yeah.
like the other dates that have been, or like, or how's Hinge working for you? And
Oh, that question, I feel like.
well, obviously
So
not
you
great
hate
since
this
I'm
app.
still
We're
on
both-
Hinge.
Yeah. Like, oh, so you hate this app too?
Yeah.
It's like everyone fucking hates it, but we
Yeah.
all are still using
Yeah,
it. You know?
like I hate when they bring up like how many dates have been on, how many. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I say,
let's
so,
just
like,
focus on like getting to know
us,
each other
yeah.
first. Yeah.
Okay, so like in certain topics like politics, that kind of stuff, you should not talk
I
about
would
on
say
first date.
salary. You can talk about jobs, careers, but not
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah.
Um,
Money, or like if like the check comes out and they're like, oh, like that's expensive, that's an ick for me.
Oh.
You know, like dang, these drinks are expensive. I'm like,
You're like, how long have you lived in LA?
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
fucking normal as price.
And also it's like you saw the price when we ordered.
exactly. Like you
Yeah.
can't do math.
Can we not do basic?
or like you pick this place, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so I guess if there's no like automatic like other than like those ones, but
Mhm.
are there
Salary
any?
sex.
Yeah, are there any like on the flip side like what you should talk about on a first date?
Interests,
Interests.
hobbies,
I think
Okay.
family.
family's good.
Family.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
what?
I
How
like-
so?
Like if you're close with your family,
Mhm.
if you have any siblings, because like I am close with my siblings, so
Mhm.
just like I like talking about that.
That's
Um,
first date material.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how
'Cause then you
often
see if
do
they're family
see
oriented,
them?
you know?
Ask if you're religious.
Religious,
Because
yeah.
if you're not, it'd be something you'd want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, like if they're an atheist and you're like,
And if
okay,
you were
I'm
religious and you find out
yeah,
that they're like,
or vice versa, yeah, okay,
or maybe like that's a big part of their culture too, depending on their religion. Like say you
They're, like,
were with like Hindu or
Muslim,
Muslim
yeah.
or anything else.
so like,
That's
that's
different.
an okay topic on the first date.
Yeah. But I don't think you need to dive
I don't think you
too
need to go
deep
depth.
into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just
But
be
it's,
like,
touch on.
are you
Touch
are you
on
religious? Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
jobs, okay.
Everything is like touching on, and then later on, if you do go on a date, then
Okay.
you get deeper into.
Yeah, don't bring up any hardships. Like if you had a
Yeah.
bad day, do not bring it up on the like. You can be like, hey,
Or
like,
if you're like complaining,
oh god,
don't
no,
complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't complain on a first date about like,
Yeah.
how hard your day was.
No,
Yeah.
you can like face value be like, oh, my day kind of sucked, but I'm really excited. Like I'm happy to be here. So,
Yeah.
like, we can like, so I can forget about it.
So like
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh my work this bit like don't dive into
Yeah.
that
Don't
kind
dive
of
into it. Just be like, yeah, I had a hard day, but like now it's better. Like that
Yeah.
I'm on this date with you.
Yeah, and you can,
And that's
even
good.
if it's not, you can. It's a good flirty like. But
Yeah.
It's so much better than I'm here with you.
Yeah.
stuff. Oh,
You feel like, or like I was looking forward to this date. Kind of got me through the day. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
that's okay.
It's so flirty.
I know. Look at you doing that. I'm getting all bothered. I'm like, oh my god.
You know, I was looking to this podcast all day.
I couldn't wait to see your fucking face.
I was like, she asked me what I was wearing for.
Nothing.
So I guess now that I'm hot and bothered, when you're like closing out the date, what are you guys thinking is like, how far is too far on a first date? Are you kissing on first dates? Are you not?
Oh, I'm definitely kissing on first date.
I think it's good to kiss on a first
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay, I've always like heard, or it's marriage material if you hook up on the first date like that. Like, do you guys find that to be true, or do you just like do what you want?
No, I think it's like situational.
Very situational. And I
Yeah.
think it's also like relative to like where you live. Like let's say you are from the South, you live in a rural town, you are from not Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Hooking up on the first date is very different. Whereas like here, hooking up on the first date, if it is an amazing, immaculate date and everything is lining up to that, I don't think you need to shy away, but I think you also might need to like bear in mind that it could either lead to more or it could not. And like if you're
Okay.
ready to have sex with them, that's the consequences. Like you could have more dates or you could share that experience with someone and then never talk to them again.
Hmm.
Damn, that's
You have to be like open minded to like you might never see this person
But
again.
also in the
I
same
hate that.
in the same way though, you could have sex with him and it sucks and you never talk to him again. And it's
Yeah.
hypocritical to say like, oh, it sucks for women. It sucks for men too. Because we're not texting them back either if it sucks.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess.
And then like you could have gone on a date like 5 dates with this guy and then you finally have sex and you're like, the sex up.
Yeah, I mean, you got, like they say, test drive the car before.
But I would say ultimately your first date shouldn't lead to sex, but if it gets there and it's perfect and it's what feels right in the moment, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like don't expect it and like
Agreed.
So for
It's a
instance,
rarity.
like the first date I just went on, right? At the end of it, we were kind of like, you know, making out. And I wasn't even making out. It was kissing some
Heavy
little bit
petting?
of making out. Not we're not going back to heavy. That's gonna be like a trigger word from now on. I'm gonna take a
Petting.
shot every time anyone says that because that's like insane. Heavy petting. That's like,
I'm gonna text you that I want to pet you.
oh my god, not pet, heavy pet you. Like it's
Heavy
the
petting.
heavy that I think gets
It's getting
me.
heavy.
Like heavy.
Were you
petting.
panting?
Like oh god, ew.
This petting feels so good.
This is horrific. Okay. But like we're kind of like I wouldn't say make it up fully. We're like you said, which I guess we do need more definitions of this. But I didn't want to go any further, and he was just like, "Oh, do you want to go in your car?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm okay."
That's okay to stop
you
it.
know. And I stopped
In
it
your
right,
car? Like he wanted to keep making out in your car?
which I also didn't understand because I was like, "What
What are we, 12?
exact?" I felt like I was in high school again. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like a hot car makeout could be fun, but maybe not for the first date.
But that's where I felt like I was like,
I mean, maybe if he was like dropping you off and you guys were like, you know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
if he was
I've
like
done
trying to get
that.
into like the back seat of a
Yeah.
car
My
on the
own
first
car.
date,
Yeah, yeah.
your
Bye.
car.
I was kind of like,
That's a little much.
no, it was like nice, whatever. Like I'm not trying to take it further.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that also like to me, I'm interpreting that as like a natural conclusion of the date. Is like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
had fun, you made out, the date was good. That's it.
Like
You're
we
done.
can meet again, right? Yeah. Yeah. But okay, but like, this just reminded me. So I'm glad for once I was in agreement with you guys
You
because
were.
usually it's like everything I do, everyone's like,
Maybe not.
no, Sydney, no.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Which being the first time you guys were like, you did good on something at the high end of the date. So I'm taking it as a fucking win. In a previous episode that, you know, she has a rule where she won't get picked up at her own home.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gotten picked up here
Yeah.
at my home twice.
Mm-hmm.
She claims it was one time and I was like, no, I recall it was twice. Do you have any other rules like that? Like always drive to the first date, always...
I have not gotten picked up on a date since meeting Tumblr Man.
Really?
And in high school. But the time between high school and meeting Tumblr Man, I never let a man pick me up for safety.
Wait, how did he pick you up?
If you
From the
flew
airport?
over here.
Yeah, from the airport and every day after.
I mean, if you're flying to the airport, he better
That's
pick you
a
up.
big pickup, no.
But did you know that he picked me up in your mom's Beamer, and I thought that he drove a BMW, and I thought he was
no.
so hot.
No, of course. Of course he
I
did.
hate him.
Because that's exactly what he would do.
And I was
He'd
like,
be like,
Okay, so you're never getting picked up. You're home.
No,
You're driving.
no, I was never getting
Ubering.
picked up. But also, like, I made it through, like, really far in martial arts, and I was always afraid of, like, being with a man in a space that was, like, confined and of a person that I don't know that well. I would let a guy pick me up, like, 3-4 dates in.
Okay. Forget, you're a black belt in what, Taekwondo?
I'm an almost black belt in Taekwondo. I never finished.
Bitch, go back. Let's finish it.
I'd have to start. You want to start?
I do want to start. I
Wanna
actually
do
want
it
to start
with me?
ballet as well.
Okay. Well, one thing at a time.
yeah.
We love you
know
and your
me.
hobbies.
I love being on my
let's
hobbies.
start you on
Let's-
dating first,
Let's
okay?
make sure you get a date.
Yeah. Before you pick up
Next.
another
So, like,
hobby.
We can do martial arts at home while you swipe.
Yes.
I'm down with that. We'll put it on TV. Okay. Before we get back to that, do you have any hard rules?
Yeah, I don't let him pick me up on a first date. But if it does go well, I'll let them drop me off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
But
okay.
I live like in a complex, so they still can't see like where I live.
Yeah.
I let them drop me off like out front.
About like you said, exit strategies. What do you do if you're like in the middle of a date and you're like,
I
want to
always
get
have
the hell out
Oh,
of here?
we just talked
The
about
friend
this.
SOS.
like whether it is like I'm scared for my life or just like this is I feel so uncomfortable. I need to get the fuck out of here.
It's
like,
the friend SOS. It's the
Okay.
So before you go on the date, you let your friend know.
do you have a specific friend or is it a group or what?
Back in the day, it was a specific friend.
Okay. Because I know we have a group message and I'm afraid it would just be like ignored because there's so many people in it.
No. Honestly, if you said I'm going on a date, and if I said an SOS, I need you to call me,
Okay.
and that's the exact text. You send an SOS thereafter, somebody's calling you.
See, I need to do that. Remember we were talking about had a recent bad date.
She had a really recently like bad date, and I was like, oh my god, you should have called me. I would have like feigned an injury or something.
But she was like
Car
in another
accident,
state.
injury, something.
So-
But also, it doesn't matter if you're in another state. It's the
Have more
also,
safety
like,
measures.
Yeah.
I used to always write down like if I saw him get out of a car, I'd write down like a license plate in my notes
Holy
app.
shit, that intense. Oh my god.
Wow, yeah. I just think that like so many people have my location.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
Like
you
you,
can check
you
your
guys have my
phone,
location,
like-
but they see my last known location.
Like I honestly,
and I usually tell
I
her
used to,
before I'm
like,
going on a date.
take sneak pictures of them and like send them
Wow.
so that like people would
Wow.
know.
Maybe because you're in the Midwest.
I don't think that. I think it's just she's more safe than we
Well,
are.
I just think like if I'm going out in LA, there's so many people around me, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not at some random little bar,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like I could get like
In-
literally dropped off in a cornfield. Like
yeah, like
That's so
like
true.
here, like I'm never actually alone with the person, you know?
I feel like that.
Like you go to the restroom, there's always like signs like if you feel unsafe,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
the angel shot.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, they need to switch up that name everywhere because it's the same.
It needs
And
to
I'm
be.
like, bro, everyone's
Because
gonna
imagine you're on
know.
a date and you like look
And
at
you're
the
like,
bartender and you're like
Angel
shot.
I'm hitting an angel shot. They're like, and you already know they're
And the guy next to you is like,
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't even think that's in men's bathroom. I don't even know
No.
if men know that.
No.
Alonso.
Does he?
Oh, beautifully.
Well, now Tumblr man knows that.
Tumblr man knows about angel shot. So if I think
would
Tumblr
ask
man
the
knows,
rest of our guy friends.
I think the guy.
No, but-
because there was a whole skit about it with a very famous comedian.
Okay, so like the illusion is gone. Okay, sick.
So
But I
they
guess
need
at
to
that
change
point,
it.
you're just like, I don't give a flying fuck. Like, I will jump off this bar if I need to.
And then it's like once the bartender hears that, they're obviously gonna.
Yeah.
I just
you know?
feel like the thing is though, I just feel like bartenders because they're so busy and it's so loud. You'd be like, "Can I get an angel shot?" And they'd be like, "Huh?"
Yeah,
And you'd be
exactly.
like, "An angel shot." And they'd be like, "What?" And you'd be like, "An angel shot." And
like,
then
"Angel."
knowing men and their short-term memory, if it was a male bartender, they'd be like,
I mean, like,
"We don't have that here."
and like me, I have like a very soft voice. I feel like I would just like write it on my notes real quick
Yeah.
and just be like, you know.
Yeah. So I think having the friend SOS is so much more
That's true.
realistic than that.
And then there's based on all of this amazing advice and all of their expertise, I'm challenging myself to go on 3 dates within the next 2 weeks. I don't know why you guys look so.
do we have them like no like do we have suitors?
Apps.
What do we have suitors?
No, she hasn't been talking to anybody.
I have app options.
Continue.
In 2 weeks, I can get 3 dates. Are we
No,
serious?
I believe you. I'm just saying like
I'm committing. I'm
no,
challenging myself.
I know
Every
you-
girl has goals.
I know you can, but I don't.
this. It just felt lofty.
It took you so long to get that first date, and then you're just
Can we
like,
do two? Can we do 2 dates?
no. I want her to do the three.
Okay, three.
I want her to do the three.
Well, now I'm conflicted about it all.
Okay, 3 dates in 2 weeks. That's honestly, that's doable.
Can we get a kiss too from one of them?
She kissed this last guy.
I kissed the last guy. Okay, we all know I'm a little bit of a hoe when it comes to dates. Okay, I'd probably kiss them all. But,
She's just horny.
You've had 3 dates.
okay. Your reactions are outrageous. I can't believe this. And now I'm doubting myself, but also I love a challenge. And because of the reactions, I'm even more motivated. So let's reiterate. I'm challenging myself to 3 dates in 2 weeks. And we will recap it all. I cannot with them, but I just want to say
You got this.
thank you to you guys. You have an empty cup, but cheers.
Cheers.
Salud. Thank you, my
Salud,
friends.
Nostravia.
To the next.